Yo, what's up new schoolers? Jossi Wells here, coming to you from Cadrona Alpine Resort. Today, I'm doing my 5 questions with, and unfortunately, I'm still rehabbing a knee injury, so I can't actually jump and provide you guys with some new clips yet. So throughout the video, we're just gonna roll through some of the clips I've had over the last few years, so I hope you enjoy. Let's get into it, eh? Question number 1 from Farmville 420. What happened after the Olympic zero spin run? Goat run, by the way. I remember you got bashed from the NZ press, but did anything actually happen? Were people in New Zealand actually pissed? Did you lose a sponsorship? Did the president condemn you? First off, we've got a prime minister. She did not condemn me. Yeah, the zero spin run. A little bit of controversy there. Basically, it was the final run, the Olympic final. I messed up my first rail and kind of came off early. And everyone knows in contests, like you come off a rail early, you're done, you know? So my natural instinct was just like, boom, I'm gonna do all 3 zeros through the course for the people, for you, the new schoolers crowd out there. I was pretty hyped on it. Obviously bummed that I messed up my run. Best case scenario to mess up a run and then be able to do something for the culture on the major world stage. And then a New Zealand reporter wrote a kind of a hit piece on me about it and about how I gave up and blah 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 blah. You know, I think when it comes to counterculture sports being introduced into the mainstream and on that Olympic stage, there's always going to be these growing pains, and I think that what happened there is kind of a prime example. That was probably the first time that reporter had ever seen a slopestyle event. From an uneducated point of view, it probably does look like I gave up. Basically, after that hit piece came out, the whole ski community as a whole drilled her online, and then she wrote another piece condemning the rest of our community because people were sending her threats and stuff. Basically, I just stepped out of it. I didn't comment on it anymore. Let her think what she wanted. That was for the people, and you guys were down, so I'm down. Question number 2 from Brown Yeen. How crazy was hitting the first big Bertha at the Candide Invitational? What tricks did you do? Super crazy. They said it was 130 feet to the knuckle, massive step down. I was 16 years old, kind of showed up time to prove myself, thanks for the opportunity. So I went up 100 feet above where everyone was jumping. Just sent it. First hit I did a straight air. Second hit I did a 5 critical. I should probably just hit it switch because I've got a switch 5 and a switch 7 that I thought I could do. I just dropped in and did a cab 5. I was actually the first person to hit the jump switch. That kind of made a bit of a buzz from the crew that was there at the time. And then I did a cab 7. These big pros that you've watched your whole life, give you the opportunity. It's time to show up, so that's kind of what the mentality I had going in there. And Candide, giving me that opportunity was a really major milestone to kind of kick off my career. I don't think I've hit a jump as big as that since. Big Bertha it's a whole nother beast. All right. Question number 3, Goaty Hook. Has there ever been any bad blood between family due to jealousy of success, skiing, lifestyle? And if so, how's it played out? We've actually been asked that question quite often. My 3 younger bros are my 3 best mates. If you ask any one of us, we'll all have the same answer. We kind of have always felt like a unit. It's kind of all of us together. When it came to competition, it's if I couldn't land my runs and do well, then the next person that I would hope would stomp their runs and do well would be one of my brothers. It was kind of one for all and all for one. If one of us did well, it felt like we all did. We literally just rolled as the boys. Yeah, there's never really been any kind of jealousy towards each other. Those of you out there that have watched our skiing, you can kind of see that all 4 of us ski quite differently. We've all got different strengths. We've all had different success in different areas within the industry. Yeah, man, we're just a pack. We roll together heavy, and I got those boys back till I die.
I got a black ski mask, but I don't ski, but I snowboard, dash an MC off peak. If one of you try violate me, you get a punch in the face in my front door key. Yeah.
Question number 4 from Zero Astra. You've been a top pro since 2008. How have you kept going for so long, and how do you foresee yourself continuing to be a professional skier? What are your goals when you do decide to move on? That is a really, really good question. I think it's a question that professional athletes get asked quite often, what's after your professional athletic career. And it's something that kind of, it weighs on you pretty heavily, you know, as you get older and the competition stuff kind of starts to fade out, then you kind of have to reinvent yourself into a position where you're still adding value to the brands that you're working with, and that kind of comes in the territory of like content creation, you know, social media, video projects. There's multiple ways to do it. So the way I see it right now for my future is to continue shredding to, you know, the best of my ability, to keep grinding in the backcountry. You know, on the side of my athlete career, been getting involved in some of the creative fields, directing or producing, creative direction, that sort of thing is something that really interests me as well. My number one thing right now is that I just want to make sure that whatever opportunity I have in front of me, that I just like hit that with everything that I've got and try to bring the best of myself into any situation. All right, fifth and final question from Big_Beta. What do you think about the next generation of free skiers coming up? Any favorites or thoughts on the direction things are progressing? Another great question. My current favorites would be Ed Joy. He just threw down at the JWI, took out the whole thing. Love the way that dude skis and his energy. Ben Richards, amazing skier from here in Wanaka. Watch out for that dude. Bella Bacon, got mad stees. Love her skiing. Ruby Andrews, New Zealand chick. Watch out for her, she's throwing down hard too. Thoughts of where it's progressing? Man, I have nothing but respect for the young generation that's coming through right now. The industry is so different than when I came up. So, you know, my favorite riders right now are the ones that have a little bit of a different point of view. They're not following the linear trajectory. Personally, I've always been drawn to skiing that has really unique style. And so I think you can kind of see with my favorites right now, they're ones that have really got some unique style and they're bringing their own flavor to things. But then when it comes to competition, like at the end of the day, it's a scoreboard and you're trying to fit this like scientific method like into this art box, and like style is so subjective, you can't put points to it. And so we've always had this debate forever about, you know, who should win what comp. This guy had more style, this person did less spins, like whatever it is. You know, I think that debate is always going to be there. But because of that, it makes it interesting, exciting. It means that there is no linear way to do it. If you do drop a 16 that has way more swag than anyone else, like you're going to take it out. So there is still a way to do well in this industry, is to do tricks that are better than people's and make them look way better. I think that bracket's becoming more and more narrow and harder to do, but to me, I still love watching what's going down. I don't think I could do any of these tricks that kids are doing these days, so mad respect to them. All right, guys, that wraps up the 5 questions. Thanks for sending them through. Hope there was some insight in there for you. Lastly, just want to give a massive shout out to the New Schoolers community. You guys have shown me nothing but love and respect and support since I was super young. It doesn't go unnoticed. Thank you so much. I'm just super hyped to be a part of such a rad industry. So let's keep it going, eh? See you all soon.